Hello there, good afternoon. My name is Baba Tandra. I bring you the latest in the world of sports. Let's get talking right here, right now. And we'll begin, of course, still on a sad note because, tributes continue to pour in for Leicester City owner Vichai Srivaddhanaprabha. Now, including two of his members, that's Nusara Sukunamai and Kavipon Punapari. Of course, their pilot Eric Swafa and passenger Isabella Rosa Lechovic. They were all confirmed to have died in Saturday's horrific helicopter crash outside the King Power Stadium. Now, there have been many tributes to the inspirational owner and many more will follow. But for now, this what's been happening with regards to, the tributes that are pouring in. And let me start first with Ghana's own Daniel Amate, who has expressed shock at events. Now, he says, and it's on Twitter, he tweets at the handle @Dan Amate, came out of a successful surgery, but devastating news about the demise of our chairman, a generous man to whom at LCFC, that's at Leicester City FC, owes everything. I'm sure you are in a much better place. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family and the families of the victims affected by this tragedy. And then there's also another tweet, and it says Wembley to fall silence. There will be a minute silence before Tottenham's Premier League game against Manchester City at Wembley on Monday night. That's tonight, and it will be a mark of respect to those who lost their lives in armed conflict and also the 5 people who died in the Leicester City helicopter crash on Saturday. But quickly, let me also take you to what the story has been so far with regards to Mr. Vichai Srivaddhanaprabha's death. So Leicester City owner Vichai Srivaddhanaprabha died alongside 2 members of his staff, that's Nusara Sukunamai and Kavipon Punapari. Pilot Eric Swafa and his partner Isabella Rosa Lechovic also died in the crash. Another thing we also know is that the crash happened shortly after takeoff from the pitch in a car park adjacent to the stadium. Mr. Vichai was 60. He was married and had 4 children. Bossed Leicester City for £39 million in 2010. Another one we also know is that he oversaw the club's first Premier League title in 2016. Leicester's EFL game against Southampton on Tuesday has been postponed. A book of condolence will be opened at the King Power Stadium from Tuesday morning, with an online version also to be set up. Thousands of flowers, scarves and tributes have been left outside the King Power Stadium. Prince William and the Prime Minister are amongst those who will be paying tribute. So basically, that's what's been happening. There's more actually if you go onto myjoyonline.com/sports to know more about what happened in the Leicester City crash, helicopter crash that happened just adjacent the King Power Stadium at Leicester. Right, so that's what's been happening. But earlier, I read first Daniel Amate's tweet. And Daniel Amate plays for Leicester City, and he's a defender. Now, he suffered an injury on Saturday. Now, since Saturday's game, of course, against West Ham, football fans have been sending messages of support, especially on social media, to Daniel Amate and his compatriots, who are likely to miss him when Ghana face Ethiopia in the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying next month. They have not been left out, and I'll take you through to some of the messages that have been coming in. And this one is actually coming from Jonathan Mensah. He says, prayers for you, brother at Daniel Amate. God is with you. Stay strong. And also, this one is coming from Kasim Nuhu Adams, another Black Stars player. He says, stay strong at bro Daniel Amate. Get well soon. And then there's also Nicholas Opoku, who tweets at the handle at Nicholas Opoku. Get well soon, mate. And of course, the tributes are there. Coming up many on the sports page of myjoyonline.com. We can't forget about Mubarak Wakaso, who's also sent in his own tribute. But talking about that particular injury, Claude Puel hopes the injury suffered by the defender late in Leicester's draw with West Ham is not serious as it appeared. The defender, who is 23, was carried from the pitch on a stretcher after twisting his left ankle in injury time.
Yeah, before to speak about our game, I hope just my first thought is for my player Daniel Amate. I hope it's not a serious injury. Of course, it's difficult to look look this end of the game. About our game, I think we started well with a good kickoff, quality on the pitch, good pressure on the opponent. We have had some good chances, and I don't know why we go down. We played deep, and we gave the ball to West.
Enough of Daniel Amate and foreign football. Let's come back home, and head coach of the senior national female team, Bashir Hayford, is excited at the opportunity for his team to engage Zambia, Kenya and South Africa in international friendlies as part of preparations towards this year's Women's AFCON. The Black Queens, who are aiming to win the tournament for the first time, will leave Ghana tomorrow, October 30, ahead of the 3 international friendlies. They play Zambia's She Polo Polo first on November 3. The Queens then take on Kenya on November 7 and return to Ghana on November 9 to wrap up the international training tour with the Banyana of South Africa here in Accra. Bashir Hayford is not looking at necessarily beating any of these 3 countries, but rather to test his team's prowess against international opposition.
Yeah, that is exactly what we were looking for, because having put the team together, you have to pick your strength against teams outside the country. And we were assured that immediately after the ballot, we'll see something like that. And it's true that immediately after the ballot, those countries who are not in our group willingly accepted 2 players. Yesterday, it was on air by the minister himself that 3 countries, namely Zambia, Kenya, South Africa, they are prepared to play us. So we are preparing for those matches.
And you're sure that after these 3 matches, you will be very well prepared for the host and win agenda? Right, so you can check out more, especially on this story and the tributes that are coming in for Leicester City's demised chairman, Vichai. And of course, tributes also pouring in for Daniel Amate after his injury scare on Saturday in Leicester City's draw against West Ham. You can find out all of these on the sports page on myjoyonline.com. I tweet at the handle at Baba Tando. Same for Instagram. Sports is done. Good afternoon.